The past 2 months particularly have been very important, and I want to, split my discussion into macroeconomic stabilization, which is very, very key, and it's reinforcing when it comes to structural reforms. Mm-hmm. So all countries in the world have been hit, particularly emerging markets, with the cost of capital, the tightening that's happening in the developed world, geopolitical tensions everywhere. There was just the article published by Larry Summers and saying about capital outflows from emerging and developing economies into developed economies, either through interest rate repayments or actually FDI making its way outside of emerging markets. So these are real time and real challenges that are facing emerging economies. In the case of Egypt, macroeconomic stabilization through what we saw since March 6th, and the deputy governor was with you before. There has been a move to a flexible exchange rate. There has been fiscal consolidation. There has been an IMF program finalized with 2 reviews already behind us. But what we are working on now, and this is happening with all the other partners that the Ministry of International Cooperation is responsible for, is taking a deeper dive into the structural reform program. And here I want everybody to remember that our structural reforms are anchored on 3 key pillars. The first one is continuing on macro fiscal stabilization. The second has to do with improving the business environment and increasing the economy's competitiveness. And the third has to do with supporting the green transition. When we talk about structural reforms, you look at institutional or regulatory changes that need to take place, either through changing laws, introducing incentives, trying to set up intergovernmental modalities that ease the way certain aspects are going to be implemented. As Egypt is putting all of this together and implementing these very important reforms, we have the relationship with other MDBs and other development partners continuing. So for instance, with the World Bank, we are finalizing our development policy financing program. And this is going to be budget support that supports this reform package, if you will. Also with our European colleagues, there is a macro financial agreement, which we are finalizing also before end of June, which supports this reform program. And what is very important, and this is a concept that you will hear throughout this week, these programs have to be country-led. They have to be homegrown so that their implementation is one that does not, face the issues related to political economy. And that's why each and every stabilization program with the structural reforms is always twinned with social protection or social safety nets to mitigate the implications of many of the tough decisions on citizens.